Our project is called Family plus Community equals Care and Love by Judy DeWitt
and Amber Jenkins. The introduction. We both wanted to focus on bringing families together as well as community service, so we decided to plan a day that would bring both aspects together. We planned a day of community service at a local park that would invite families from a local elementary school to participate in. The community service at the park would involve cleaning and beautifying the park. For our day of community service and fun, we decided to use Baker Mountains Park in Mountain View. We decided to work with the families of the elementary school at Hickory Christian Academy. We would invite these families to participate in this event by creating a handout that would be given to each elementary student within the school we are working with to take home. The handout would include a portion to fill out for those who would like to participate in this event. This way, we have an idea of how many families to expect. Aside from the cleaning and beautification of the park that we will be doing with the families and other volunteers, we will also have some activities for the family. One activity would be a relay race, which would be a great use of the space of the park and would provide a physical and fun activity for families to participate in. Our relay race would consist of potato sack race and three-legged races. These races call for parent-guardian time with their children to participate in some physical activities. With these races, families have a chance to have some fun and work on building teamwork and communication skills. Another activity would be arts and crafts. Our arts and crafts would consist of sidewalk chalk, coloring pages with crayons and markers, leaf rubbing, which is using leaves found in the park while cleaning, and community service journal, which the children and parents could talk about their service day. A fire safety station would be set up by the fire department that is volunteering, along with a health and safety station that would be set up by the EMTs and nurses that are volunteering. The police department would have a station set up providing information about community safety and stranger danger. We would not be able to provide food and activities without the funds. To be able to provide these funds, we would raise funds through fundraisings beginning months in advance. We would have a t-shirt fundraising using a t-shirt fundraising website. We would use the design on the t-shirts and then advertise them. So people can order them online. We would get a percentage of the proceeds. Since we are working with families from a Christian academy, we would also partner with local churches, asking them for special offerings for this cause.
And now on to our history and background. We decided to focus this aspect of our research on the history and background of some of the places within the community that we would be collaborating with. We have the history and background of Baker's Mountains Park, Hickory Christian Academy, and the Mountain View Volunteer Fire Department. The history and background of Baker's Mountain Park. The park is located on the highest elevation point in Catawba County at 1,780 feet and features 189 acres of chestnut oak forest with nearly 6 miles of trail to explore. It officially opened June 1st, 2002. Prior to the official opening of the park, there have been meetings held with citizens of the Mountain View community as far back as 1998 concerning the possibility of building a park on Baker's Mountain. The designers of the park left the historic older home sites and natural features of the area undisturbed, preserving Catawba County's natural heritage on Baker's Mountain. The park includes the following: 6 miles of hiking trails, an observation platform and gazebo, picnic areas and grills, 2 covered shelters, leashed dog walking, a quarter-mile paved trail, educational and volunteer opportunities, and bird checklists. The history and background of Hickory Christian Academy. The school opened its doors in September of 1995 with 3 teachers and 19 students. The opening of the school was made possible by renting space in the educational wing of Highland Baptist Church. Hickory Christian Academy broke ground on its new educational building on the property of the Hickory Community Chapel in April 2005. The facility, which opened in 2006, has 28 classrooms, including an art room, computer and science lab, a library, a cafeteria, and a regulation-sized gymnasium. In 2013, HCA was able to purchase the entire campus from Community Chapel, now Harvest Bible Chapel, when they moved to another location across town. The school now consists of 3 facilities: its original building, a fine arts and chapel building, and a designated middle school building housing their 6th through 8th graders. The history and background of the Mountain View Volunteer Fire Department. The Mountain View Volunteer Fire Department was chartered in 1962, and in April of 1963, the department began answering calls with 1 pumper truck and 1 tanker truck. Over the years, many improvements have been made to the facility and the equipment. Currently, the department's staff consists of the following: a chief, who also serves as the department's full-time employee, an assistant chief, 2 captains, 3 lieutenants, a traffic officer, and approximately 30 suppression volunteers.
Current research. Why communication between schools, educators, and family is important, especially when IEP is involved. Families may underestimate their importance in the IEP team. Families have an important role in the decision-making process when it comes to their children's education, but parents still feel overwhelmed by the IEP team and the process that goes along with it. They feel the team does not have them as a valuable team member, and they feel they are less knowledgeable about teaching when it comes to the decision-making process. They feel they have perceived themselves as less of a member when they disagree with the educators. They should not allow anyone to underestimate them in this process because their role and their advice is very important. Therefore, communication regarding the importance of families contributing to the team is crucial. Families work more closely with their children than any other adult can. Children attend school 5 days a week for approximately 6 hours each day. The teacher only has a few undivided minutes of attention with the children in class. Families have the chance to sit down with them each day and talk to them about their day. They work with them on their homework and other activities for long periods of time. Families are the ones who work closely with their children and observe them complete their schoolwork. They are the ones who give feedback to the children about their schoolwork they have completed. Families bring a perspective to the table of the meeting no one else can, and should try to attend meetings for their child. Families need to ensure participation in decision making and to provide input on all aspects of their child's program. It is also crucial for parents to be well versed in the law in their district and state, so they can be sure school administrators are following the rules. Families need to be there to make sure their children is getting the best for them. Therefore, it is important for professionals on the team to help ensure the family has the information about the laws in their district and state and lets them know where they can find more information. Families are the best advocates for their children. There is no one more interested in their child and more motivated to see their child succeed than their own family. And this places the family into a crucial role in the IEP team. A family can advocate for their child by learning as much as they can about their disability, observing their child's learning style, learning how they work, and learning the best, keeping careful records of the child's education and finding a way to file the information carefully so they have it on hand if needed. Families and professionals should work together to ensure the communication between them remains open. Families and teachers need to have open communication in helping the child have a successful academic career. Families and teachers each know the child in a different way and work with the child in different settings. Therefore, they must work together and find the best way for the child. Benefits for the community when families volunteer. Through volunteering, families can help solve problems with the community. Working together to solve an ongoing problem or issue in the community is one of the most important reasons for volunteering with community service. Volunteers can do this by helping organize, help the homeless, rescue animals, or monitoring at-risk youth within the community. Families volunteering in the community can help strengthen the community. Community service can bring neighborhoods, families, and people closer together. Through family and community work together in an effective way to solve problems and better the lives of others, the community can work close together and become stronger.
And now for the impact on families and children or educators. The application and implementation of the Family Day of Community Service and Fund we have planned, it can benefit families, children, educators, and the community. Benefits for families and children participating in the event include spending time together as a family, working together to clean the park and doing activities together. They can become closer to other families in their school and can become closer to educators and other school staff that are involved in the event. They can create connections with the local fire department, police department, EMTs, nurses, and churches. Benefits for educators and other school staff participating in the event include strengthening relationships with school families, strengthening relationships between each other, and creating connections with the local fire department, police department, EMTs, nurses, and churches so they can use them as resources in the future. Benefits for the community. The community has a clean park to visit. The community is brought together for a common goal, and relationships are built and strengthened within the community. While the Family Day of Community Service and Fun has many benefits that far outweigh the challenges, there are still challenges to keep in mind. One major challenge is the schedules of everyone involved. This will include the schedules of families, the firefighters, the police officers, the EMTs, the educators and other school staff, and anyone else who is involved or would like to participate. Schedule conflicts can often make it difficult for people to participate in events even if they would like to participate. Another challenge would be funding and whether we would be able to raise enough funds to provide the amount of food and supplies needed. The final challenge would be collaborating with everyone involved throughout the planning stages so everything could be completely finalized and ready for setup prior to the day of the event. Through collaboration, communication, and problem solving, these challenges can be addressed. The challenge of the schedules can be addressed by communicating with everyone prior to scheduling a specific date for the event and figuring out what dates would work for the use of the park, and then providing those dates for the others involved. The challenge of funding can be addressed by creating a proposal to give to churches, asking them to include a special offering for our cause, and by creating the T-shirt fundraiser well in advance of the event taking place. This way we can advertise the T-shirt fundraiser and we will know in advance if we can count on help from the local churches. The challenge of collaborating with everyone throughout the planning stages can be addressed by comparing schedules to come up with meeting times that work for everyone. Communication can be done via face-to-face meetings, video chats, emails, and telephone conferences. Through collaboration and communication, most, if not all, challenges can be addressed.